Let's talk about current events. Who thinks that we should close Guantanamo Bay? Some people. Okay, because I don't. Here's the thing. I don't see how it affects me. I don't really care at all. I have a friend who thinks we should close Guantanamo Bay, and he was like, well, Joel, what if that happened to you? I was like, this isn't Harold and Kumar. Like, it's not gonna happen to me. He was like, how do you know, Joel? What if one day the government just picked you up without a fair trial, just put you in prison without any just cause or anything, and just left you to sit there? And I said, that's not gonna happen to me. He said, how do you know? I was like, because I don't walk around going, I don't do that, all right? The only times when I make that sound is when I tell people that I'm not making that sound, all right? Any red-blooded American, when he's excited, is gonna go, woo, or yeehaw, when you're from Texas, right? I think that sound alone should be enough to throw you in prison. Because look, I'm sure that there are some people in Guantanamo Bay who are just victims of circumstance, sure. But you gotta think about what you're doing, all right? Like, we've all had it where we're going through airport security, right? And you get to the part where you have to take your shoes off. You take your shoes off and you pick them up, and it might occur to you, man, I have some really awesome shoes. So you look at the person next in line and you say, man, my shoes are the bomb. Now in this instance, if you were to follow that up with a woo, that's totally fine. Like, you can do that. They don't care. But if you hold up your shoes and you're like, oh man, my shoes are the bomb. You're going to Cuba. That's how it is. You're going to Cuba. I've been pulled over 2 times now when going through airport security, and they take a little slip of paper and they wipe my hands down with it. Has this happened to anyone else in the crowd? One person? Okay, cool. Do you know what they're doing when they do that? Do you know what they're checking for? They're checking for bomb residue. That's right. You and I look like the type of people who are manufacturing bombs, trying to bring them through the airport and not washing our hands first? Like, what are you thinking? And here's the thing. I'm not bitter about it. Like, I know the TSA is just doing their job. But here's the thing, and I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but if I really wanted to pull something off, like sneak something on an airplane, I'm pretty sure I could do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be that big of a problem. Whenever I'm going through security, I just think of all these ways, you know, to get away with it. And I've come up with a foolproof plan. Now, I'm not going to give away my full plan, but I will tell you how I'm going to get through airport security. I'm going to disguise myself as a pregnant woman. Because no one's going to want to pat down a pregnant woman, right? And when I get to the part where the guy's like, all right, are you bringing on any liquids? I'm going to burst a water balloon in my pants and be like, oh my gosh, not anymore. I don't have any liquids anymore. Quick, get me through the terminal. I have to have my baby in Billings, Montana. I have a very specific birth plan. Get me through the terminal. I'll get right on that airplane. See? I know, you're all like, genius, right? I should be on your corporate team. So, no one here is in the Taliban, are they? Okay, good. Get a call from Homeland Security tomorrow. Aren't you guys glad that we don't have to worry about the Taliban, like, coming through and taking over our town? You know, do you guys even know, like, the rules that the Taliban put on cities and stuff? Oh, good, because I printed out a list of them. Listen to this. You're going to be amazed. Singing is forbidden. Dancing is forbidden. Playing cards, playing chess, gambling, and kite flying are forbidden. Writing books, watching films, and painting pictures are forbidden. If you keep parakeets, you will be beaten. Your birds will be killed. Attention, women. This is for the ladies out there. You will stay inside your homes at all times. If you go outside, you must be accompanied by a male relative. If you are caught alone on the street, you will be beaten and sent home. You will cover with a burqa when outside. If you do not, you will be severely beaten. Cosmetics are forbidden. Jewelry is forbidden. You will not speak unless spoken to. You will not make eye contact with men. You will not laugh in public. If you do, you'll be beaten. You will not paint your nails. If you do, you will lose a finger. It is forbidden for girls to attend school. Women are not allowed to work. Listen, listen well, obey. Now, yeah, right? That's exactly what I whistled. So, these rules are obviously in place. They contribute to the hegemonic system of male dominance. And what was that thing about the parakeets? if you keep parakeets, you will be beaten. Your birds will be killed. I wonder why that made the list of rules, you know what I mean? Like when they were in their cave, you know, coming up with rules, and they were like, all right, guys, how are we going to hold on to our power and status? Hey, I know, let's use fear and violence as a vehicle to control people, all right? Let's take away all these women's rights. Let's make them our pets, right? And one guy was like, yeah, and screw parakeets. Like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, you know parakeets, they're always acting all colorful, craning their neck to look at you, causing uprisings. I'm sick of it. And you know how terrorists are. They were like, oh, yeah. Like, all right, hey, here's another idea. Why don't we make it so women can't get an education at all? So even if they wanted to have an uprising, right, they couldn't get organized enough to do it. Yeah, that's a good idea. And the drunk guy was like, hey, no more kite flying either. They're like, what? Why? You know kites always getting stuck in trees, falling out of the skies, poking you in the eye. I'm sick of it. And everyone was like, oh! That Osama guy really has it on the ball. We should make him our leader. Smart guy.